Honorable Peter Salasya, stop abusing drugs. You have a very bright future in the leadership and governance of this country and the leadership of the people of the Western Kenya. So Honorable Peter Salasya, if you don't stop abusing drugs, Parliament will never be your place. So I know that most of us are abusing another community. But when a few people does a mistake, it's not enough to abuse the whole community because of a minority group. So, gentlemen, all of us are not bedeviling the problem that Peter Salasya has as a person. Peter Salasya, I know for the last 2 weeks, he has filmed himself in front of a camera smoking something called cannabis. And for this platform, I want to speak to the parents and the youth who we are here. Cannabis sativa causes, cannabis, which is a drug, causes a disease or a disorder called cannabis use disorder. Sometimes it causes a disease called drug-induced psychosis. Hiyo ni kuchanganyikiwa na akili. And signs and symptoms of somebody who has abused drugs is laughing aimlessly or laughing without a reason. Sometimes one of the reasons or the symptoms of abusing drugs is having something called insomnia. That is lack of sleep. Sometimes you can get something called anorexia. That is loss of appetite and you are not taking any food. So Honorable Peter Salasya, you are a case on this situation as an example of a person of people who are abusing drugs. And I want the young people of this country to listen pensively. Any drug or a bang or cannabis that Peter Salasya is abusing alters with a chemical in your brain called dopamine or serotonin, whose functions or the roles are to ensure that your cognitive functions very well. And number 2, it works with your mood. So the moment that you abuse cannabis or bang, it ensures that your mood is affected. Say that sometimes you become too irritable for nothing, or sometimes you become too sad for no reason. Number 3, it has some other infections or symptoms called delusions. And the delusions are false belief. Sometimes you can get a delusion called delusions of grandeur. And delusions of grandeur is basically, it means being boastful about yourself. You think umefika mahali watu wamefika. Sometimes you get something called hallucinations. Hallucinations, an example of hallucination is having visual hallucination. Visual hallucinations means seeing something which does not exist. Sometimes you can get hallucinations called auditory hallucinations. Unasikia masauti ambazo hazi-exist. So Honorable Peter Salasya, if you don't stop abusing cannabis, you'll think people don't like you, or people are envious, or people don't like what you are doing to your people in Mumias East. But that is not true. It is called delusions of doubt. You think people hate you, but nobody hates you. So Honorable Peter Salasya, stop abusing drugs. You have a very bright future in the leadership and governance of this country and the leadership of the people of the Western Kenya. So Honorable Peter Salasya, if you don't stop abusing drugs, Parliament will never be your place. Madara National Hospital will be your next station. Peter Salasya, if you don't stop abusing drugs and abusing all manner of drugs, including alcohol, you will stop visiting your people in Mumias East and assessing the good work that you are doing. Your next stop will be you'll stop seeing your people and you'll start seeing a psychologist or a psychiatrist to ensure that your common sense and what you are doing is very well and aligns to somebody who is a leader. Mr. Peter Salasya, you are a future in politics of this country and the governance of this country. So kindly stop so that we the young people, we can exemplify you as a person who has represented the young people of this country in the right manner. So thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you.